Hi, this is Dawn Olszewski with DOstampingWithDawn.com, and I'm here with another How'd She Do It video. And today I'm excited to share with you this fun punch trick. It's using Stampin' Up's Note Tag Punch, and I just think this is such a cool idea of using the punch to create this window, but there is a couple tricks to it. So I'm going to share that with you. Also, I'm going to share some ways to take it up a notch. So I've got tons of samples to show you, so be sure to watch to the very end so that you can see the awesomeness of this punch trick. So let's get started. So what makes the trick work is the size of your paper. Now, so it's very important that you start with a 3 1/4 inch piece of paper. And I'm using Designer Series paper from Stampin' Up, and this is new for 2015. It's called Pretty Petals, and it's a paper stack. So they measure 6 by 6 instead of the 12 by 12. Now, you get 48 sheets, and let's see, 4 of 12 different designs. And here's a kind of a sampling as we look through my swatch book here of some of the florals and butterflies and polka dots. This is really cute paper. So let's get started on this. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to determine, actually, this is the way that I want my card, my paper, to sit on my card. So I actually want this to come into the side like that. So that is something to think about when you're determining on how to punch your card. So I'm pushed it all the way in. I'm centering it side to side, and then I'm going to give it a good punch. And then we can save this for another project. So now what you're going to do is you're going to turn it all the way around. You're going to put it back in the punch, and you will put this back in, and all I'm doing is making sure my sides are even with the punch. And there we go. I'm going to, this is all we get from that. And so now it's going to look more like a label. You can see that there. And I'm going to turn it around. And then we will adhere it to this. Now, this piece is just a 1/4 inch bigger. This is 3 1/2 inch square as well. Now, let's see, what's next? We're going to do a little stamping, and I'm using the Tin of Cards stamp set. This is fabulous. This actually is designed to go with a kit that's called Tin of Cards, which is a tin of cards. But the stamp set alone is a must-have. These are fabulous greetings with great fonts. I love this kind of loopy sort of font that's going on here, but also it has very traditional, very straight, kind of printed up and down, clean greetings in here as well. So we're going to stamp that with Memento ink. This is the Tuxedo Black. Get it inked up really nice here. And typically, I do like to have my stamping piercing mat under here, but I think I have enough padding on this to get a nice clean image. There we go. There, that looks nice. So you can see I didn't actually adhere that down. I kind of let it be loose, but yet positioned where I wanted it, because that way if I made a mistake, I could try the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And then we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. Excuse me. I'm going to add it to our card here. Now it's just a card base that is Calypso Coral, and it is 8.5 by 5.5 and just folded in half. Excuse me, got a little tickle here. Now this card's very basic, very simple. It's a great kind of quick and easy card to start with. Now I've also added, let's see, where did they go? Here they are. Some itty bitty accent punch. This is the flower from that. We're just going to add these in the corner here. And there you go. Quick, easy, we're done. And you saw these other ones. But see there, now we have like a little sampling from that paper pack as well. So let me show you some of the other ones that I made, and here's one of them. This was actually inspired by Georgia Jaguar. She's a fellow demonstrator. I pretty much cased her card. I made some minor changes to it. It uses the Bohemian paper. This is fun paper in there. And then also this folder, it's a Boho folder as well. This is new. All right, so moving along. Oh, let's talk a little bit about, okay, so the note tag punch. Yeah, you saw that, didn't that? Isn't that cool? I love this. This paper is called Merry Moments. This is new from Stampin' Up as well. There's some patterns. And if you look closely, I'm using the silver foil on that. So I didn't obviously stamp on the silver foil. I actually cut down a piece of Whisper White that was like 3 by 3, and then I could stamp that, and then it wouldn't show, and I could still have this like a coordinating mat to it, excuse me, and then tied it off with a little bit of the silver twine that we have here. Love that. But this came from Merry Everything, and this is actually a bundle. So when you purchase these two together, you save 15%. Now I purchased it in wood, but it also is available in the clear mount as well. To take this punch trick up a notch, we're going to do a little more punching. So I'm going to position it in my punch like this and center it from side to side. I've pushed it all the way in, and I'm going to give it a punch. Now this punch trick was shared with me by a fellow demonstrator, Susan Camfield, and it was at an event that I attended this past spring for demonstrators, and I believe she said that someone in her downline had shared this with her. So I love all the sharing that goes on in the Stampin' Up! Community. So we had something that looks like this, or like this. Actually, Susan made a card that she put like a little fishy in here to look like a fish bowl. And that was a clever idea. So we have that. Now let's take it up another notch. So we had it punched like this, and now I'm going to turn it over and do it again. We're going to center it back in there, side to side. Looks almost good. I got my corners just coming in. There we go. And now it looks like that. Isn't that cool? So here's the 3. Get it all on the screen here. So this was the first one that I shared. This is the second punching, and then this is the third punching. So let me show you. I showed you lots with this one, so let me show you one that I made with this one. Isn't that cute? I love this. That frog, or, well, toad, I guess we're calling it here, is totally awesome. And that comes from a stamp set called Your Sublime. Lots of cute images in this one. This is great. Great for beginner stampers and advanced stampers as well, because you can do some watercoloring if you like as well. So let me talk a little bit about this card. It has so many fun features in it. Besides the cool little fun trick with the punch, I did do some watercoloring, but I've mentioned this before, I'm not a good watercolor, so the paper that is kind of my go-to paper is the shimmery white paper. For me, I seem to have a little more control with it. I used an aqua painter and just the ink pads, the ink from the ink pads. So, but I don't know if you can see that. His eyes, aren't they fun? Those come from these. This is the Itty Bitty Accents epoxy stickers, and I used this size right here. You get 5 of them, and I've used 2 here on his eyes. What fun. And then we have a texture folder here, right here, and I just think he's really cute, really cute. So let me show the next one that I made. So that was with this shape, and I used the same stamp set. Isn't that adorable? And just this cute little wagon, or I should say wheelbarrow, filled with the flowers. But again, if you look closely, I thought, that, oops, there it is. That looked like a heart right there. So I wondered if the heart from the epoxy stickers would fit on it, and sure enough it did. And I just love the little touch that that adds to it. Isn't that cute? So I used this folder behind here just to add a little texture. Oh, and you might be wondering about the paper. I got the paper from the Cherry on Top, the paper stack. And I used the paper on both these cards from that. And that again is a 6x6 one. 12 patterns. You get 4 of each for a total of 48 pages. So fun. This is fun paper. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think that you're going to have a blast making some of these note tag punch cards. Let me lay them out here for you. And be sure to stop by my blog. I'll be posting them through out the coming weeks. I have some of them on my blog right now. This one's on my blog, and these two are posting on my blog as well, and then the rest will come soon. So be sure to stop by my blog, like I said, at DOstampingWithDawn.com, and for Stampin' Up! Products, be sure to visit my store at DOstamping.stampinup.net. Thanks.